Okay, today we are going to do storytelling. Apart from storytelling, we're also going to do brand voice. Let's see how much we can finish today. Okay, two fun lessons again, both from the PPT that you all had. Again, everything we're doing bases on the things that you all were taught in the very first lecture. That you all were taught about brand storytelling, brand voice. You all were taught about like logo design, visual elements, a lot of different things you all were taught overall, right? So again, we're focusing on those only and we're building on that. That is why voice and your architecture, your archetypes, A to Z is all part of this. So I'm going to share the brand voice PPT on the screen right now. दिख रहा है guys PPT visible? Okay, awesome. How's your weekend going, guys? You all have lectures today, you all have college, or how's it going? Okay, what are you guys saying? I think सब लोग comparatively free है ना Saturday पे. You all have lectures. What are the plans, guys? Saturday है यार. I mean, why is everyone so dead? Lecture तो शुरू हो जाएगा, but you all have to tell me what's up, what's happening. ओके आधे लोग घर पे चिल कर रहे हैं, आधे लोग के लेक्चर्स थे, किसी का डांस क्लास है. Awesome, fair enough. Saturdays have to be fun and chill always. Okay, guys, let's get started quickly. Okay, we are going to be doing brand voice and persona today, understanding this in depth. ओके तो हम लोग ने आर्किटेक्चर किया हुआ है, हम लोग ने कॉम्पिटिटर एनालिसिस किया है. टुडे वी गोइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड अबाउट ब्रांड वॉइस एंड टोनालिटी. Okay, before we get into this entire lecture today, we have a lot of different things that we have to cover. But मैं क्या बोलूंगा पहले ये सब कवर करने से पहले. Okay, one second, let me check if my laptop is charged. Okay, चल जाएगा. एक सेकंड में चार्जिंग पे लगा ही देता हूँ. Okay, guys, let's come back over here and let's understand your tone and your voice. Okay, before we get into this entire lecture today, एक basic example लेता हूँ जिससे आप ज़्यादा समझ पाओगे. Okay, so again, if my voice is like, what am I speaking? Okay, right now, what is my voice? My voice is that I'm trying to educate it to you all. Right, and the tone that I have is that I am trying to be a little bit more energetic. I'm trying to impart things in a different energetic tone. I'm not trying to be like sluggish or slow or like if I am gonna go ahead and try to teach things to you all, and if the tone that I teach things to you all in is very slow, is very sluggish, then you all are not gonna go ahead and learn or understand. You all are gonna be like, bro, keep this aside. I don't want to learn. I don't want to understand. Right? So my voice is something that is knowledgeable and my tone is a little more enthusiastic and energetic. So there are two main things that a brand has also. The brand has a voice. मतलब brand की आवाज क्या है, brand कौन सी बकचोदी कर रहा है, is what the brand voice is. Okay, and the tone is the way they are delivering the idea at the end of the day. Okay, how is the brand speaking? How is the message coming across to you all? Does it look sluggish? Does it look boring? Does it look interesting? Does it look enthusiastic? Does it look lively? Right? So always understand that there are two things over here in today's lecture. One is your voice. Okay, voice is what you are thinking, what your thoughts are, is what your voice is, what is the actual words that you all are speaking. Okay, and your tone is how you all are delivering the message to people at the end of the day. ओके यहाँ पे पर्सोना भी लिखा है. पर्सोना हम लोग ने ऑलरेडी डिस्कस किया है. We discussed the brand personality and we discussed the 12 brand archetypes as well. Do you all remember that? Can someone list down the 12 archetypes or whatever archetypes you know? उतना भी चलेगा. एक बता सकता हूँ मैं. Magician था एक. What else do we have? Come on guys, you all don't remember? Magician, ruler. What else? बताओ 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 जल्दी. Okay, jester, hero. Explorer, hero. Okay, a lot of y'all remember hero. Okay, what else, guys? Okay, fair enough. I mean, okay, as someone else, lover, sage. Okay, good. At least you'll remember some parts of it, which is good enough for me. Okay, perfect. So that is what we're learning. Okay, after you're done with archetypes, we already learned the archetypes. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and talk about how should the archetypes communicate. Okay, for communication, you need to have a storytelling framework. Okay, you need to have a voice and you need to have a tone. Okay, suppose over here, for example, on this call, we have, इसका नाम ले, we have Saurabh Ved. Okay, now Saurabh Ved, let's assume, okay, that Saurabh Ved is a sportsman, okay, in college. Okay, let's assume that. So अगर हम लोग को सौरभ वेद का स्टोरी टेलिंग फ्रेमवर्क वॉइस और टोन डिसाइड करना है. ओके, वी जस्ट अज्यूमिंग दैट सौरभ वेद इज अ स्पोर्ट्समैन इन कॉलेज. He's an athlete. He's a guy who takes part in all sports, basketball, football, hockey, this, that. हमेशा एनर्जी से भरा हुआ रहता है. Okay, so now this guy's voice, okay, his voice is gonna be something which is based on sports and sports fanatism, and he talks about a lot of athletic things, about workouts, reps, and push-ups. Okay, his tone is something that is always energetic, enthusiastic, full of energy, जोश से भरा हुआ. Okay, that is what is gonna be his tone. Okay, and what is gonna be his storytelling framework? His storytelling framework is gonna be like, bro, मैं गया था वो टूर्नामेंट में हम लोग हार रहे थे फर्स्ट हाफ तक, पर फिर सेकंड हाफ में मैंने मारे 2 goals and then we won. It was a fun tournament, this that. But now if this guy was a cocky sportsman, okay, then he would be like, his voice would be the same, all about sports. His tone would be very arrogant, and his storytelling framework would be like, भाई मैं गया था टूर्नामेंट में, मेरे वजह से टीम जीत गई. अगर मैं नहीं होता तो वो लोग जीत भी नहीं पाते. ये लोग सब बेकार थर्ड क्लास लोग हैं. मैं पूरे टीम को अपने कंधों पे ले जा रहा हूँ. Okay, but now if our bro over here would be a team leader, okay, his voice would be the same, mainly based on sports, this that. Okay, then his tone, okay, it would be very understanding, very welcoming. And his storytelling framework would be like, हम लोग सब साथ में जीते, अगर मेरे teammates नहीं होते तो हम कभी जीत नहीं पाते. Thank you guys for contributing to the team, for your valuable contribution. Okay, that is the difference between this person if he had these different personalities at the end of the day. Okay, so your tone changes, your voice changes, and your storytelling framework changes. Think of a brand as a person. Okay, then only will you all be able to understand branding better. See, यहाँ पे, that's what is written. What is brand persona? It is the human character that your brand communicates with, and it is developed based on who the audience is and who they're attracted to. Okay, now if I have to tell you very quickly, very simply, okay, your brand archetype that you are creating is not supposed to be the exact match as you. Okay, suppose if I am a funny man and I like people who are funny. Okay, but there could be people who are funny, who are attracted to friends who are a little bit more serious, who can balance them out. Right. So when you are trying to create a brand, you are trying to create a brand that in general people are attracted to. The most common thing is that if you are funny, then you like people who are funny. If you are rich, you like people who are rich. Right. If you travel from far away, you like people who travel from far away. You need some sense of commonality. Okay, in general, it is like that when it comes to branding. It's not like opposites attract. It's always you attract and you make friends with people who are similar to you. Okay, over here on call, suppose uh we have suppose Dhwani and we have Tisha. And now these guys are gonna be friends only if they have something common. Only if both of them like makeup, then these guys will be friends. For example, maybe both of them like going out, then these guys will become friends. Again, let's take another example from the call today. We have, okay, we have Rudra Raj and we have Hitat. Okay. Now, both of these guys are going to be friends only if they have some commonality between them. Maybe both of them like playing basketball. Okay, maybe both of them play Counter Strike together. Maybe both of them play FIFA together. Maybe both of them watch cricket and have some thoughts to share. Maybe both of them love IPL. So again, you become friends with people who are similar to you, and you do not become friends with people who are opposite to you. Right? That shit might work in relationships, but that shit does not work in branding. Okay, so it's usually people who are very similar to you are the guys who are going to go ahead and become your friends. And that is how branding works as well. Is that clear, guys? Okay, awesome. Okay, have a look over here. We've already built on this in the past, but you have your personality traits, you have your brand voice, you have your language profile, you have your attitudes and opinions. Okay, तो now जब हम लोग बैठ के सीखने जाते हैं, okay, making a human is not that simple. Okay, that's what we're learning over here. कि भाई बंदे को एक तो होना चाहिए आर्कीटाइप, okay, लवर, सेज, रूलर, ब्ला ब्ला ब्ला. ओके, आर्की टाइप के बाद बंदे को होनी चाहिए पर्सनालिटी. ओके, आर्की टाइप से आता है पर्सनालिटी. ओके, पर्सनालिटी के बाद हम लोग पर्सनालिटी में बंदे के ट्रेट्स डालते हैं. ओके, दैट्स नंबर 3. After you have personality, then you put like a voice and a tone. Okay, after you do a voice and a tone, you do attitudes and then you do opinions. After you do attitudes and opinions, then you do your storytelling framework. Okay, we have one more thing over here. Language profile is fair enough. I think language profile is something we can skip. But again, that is important. Which language is this person going to speak in? Which region is this person very catered to? So again, if you were a brand that is in South, okay, then your language profile would be very different from a brand that is in the North. Okay, so again, it depends from place to place, but language profile is not important. But I'll quickly revise it for y'all. Okay, y'all are making a brand. First is the archetype, which is lover, sage, ye, wo, falana, dikrana. Then you have personality. Okay, number 2. After you're done with personality, you're doing number 3, which is your traits. Okay, personality traits. ये देखो, empathy, kindness, compassion, patience, sympathy, self-awareness. What kind of traits do you all have? Okay, that is number three. Number four is your voice, and number five is your tone. Okay, number six is your attitude. Number seven is your opinion. Okay, and number eight finally is your storytelling framework. You have eight different segments to understand very clearly. Okay, now I want to do a quick little activity with you all where I want you all to go ahead and message me on direct message or on Zoom only. We'll do things one by one. Okay, can you all tell me your personality traits? Okay, 5 to 6 adjectives that define each and every one of y'all. I would love to hear that. Guys, whose microphone is on? Can you all just mute yourselves? और मुझे chat में बताओ what are your personality traits? Malab, you could be like, see, you have some examples over here. Can be like, I'm self-aware, I'm sporty, I'm lazy. You can say lazy, bhai. Even I'm lazy. Being lazy is not a bad thing. But I'm waiting to hear from you all. Only if you analyze yourself will you be able to do branding better. Batao, batao, guys. Come on, I'm waiting for you all. Okay, we have someone who's ambivert. Love that. Who else? What about the rest of you all? See, here you have some traits you all can refer. Okay, someone is narcissistic, likes to work in solo, going with the flow, spiritual, kind. Sorry about that. Who else, guys? Come on. Okay, open, extrovert. Okay, loving the responses. Who else? Okay, ठीक है. Chalo, we'll move on to the next thing. You all mentioned your personality traits. Okay, now I want to ask you all two questions. Okay, what is your voice and what is your tone? Okay, now understand this very carefully. Your voice is what do you like speaking about? Okay, and your tone is how do you speak? Okay, like my voice right now is that I'm trying to impart knowledge. I'm talking about marketing. Okay, my voice is about marketing, and my tone is like, like maybe I'm just trying to get you guys to understand. So I'm trying to be like a little slow with it, you know. So again, here, if you take my example, my voice would be marketing, and my tonality would be like slow to get you guys to understand me better. In general, if I have to tell you what is my voice and my tone, I talk about like random nonsensical things. Like like to be fun. So my voice in general is about like sports, is about like party, is about going out. That is my voice. And my tone is enthusiastic, inquisitive, energetic. That is my tone. So the same way, after having given you these guys this example, I want to hear just one thing from y'all, which is one tone, one adjective for tone, and one for voice. Voice is आप किसके बारे में बात करते हो और tone is आप कैसे बात करते हो. You could be slow, you could be sluggish, you could be uninterested. You could be arrogant also. You could be, very team driven, very understanding. Your tone can be an understanding tone. Depends on what kind of personality you are. And having an arrogant tone is not bad, right? Some people just think they're better than others, and maybe they are. Okay, and some of these guys who are very arrogant actually go ahead and become like people who are very rich, who are very successful in life. So again, being arrogant is not bad at all. What y'all should do is that own up to your personality, whatever your personality is. If you are a person who's arrogant, be arrogant. If you're a person who's loving and caring, be loving and caring, but own your personality always. Okay, let me hear a tone and voice from y'all. If y'all didn't understand, let me know. I'll explain it, but I want to hear some answers from y'all. That's the only way I get to know if y'all understood or not. Okay, someone's written, can you explain again? Okay, so guys, I'm going to explain tone and voice again. Okay, so now what is my tone and what is my voice? So my voice is what I'm speaking about, and my tone is how I convey the message to you all. So right now, my voice is all about branding, and my tone is a little more slow, because I'm just trying to explain things to you all. Now, if we take an example of a sports person, okay, that guy's voice is gonna be all about like sports and athleticism, okay, and his tone is gonna be energetic. Okay, that is a good example that I can give you all. If you have someone who is very studious, okay, so their voice is going to be very academic, okay, and their tone is going to be very soft spoken. That is, if this person does not speak a lot, just sits on the first bench and takes notes, and is always studying, their tone can also be inquisitive. ओके नॉट नेसेसरी दैट द पर्सन इज सॉफ्ट स्पोकन अगर ये ज्यादा बात नहीं करते हैं तो शी इज सॉफ्ट स्पोकन बट अगर वो काफी क्वेश्चंस पूछते हैं देन दे आर इंक्विजिटिव but they could also be fun and energetic. That's why your tone and voice really depends on the person you are. So if you don't speak a lot, then you're soft spoken. But if you keep asking questions, then you are inquisitive. मतलब आपको सब जानना है. You could be inquisitive, you could be energetic, you could be anything. It's on you. I've gotten one answer. Okay, voice is equal to bright
Next.
and tone is equal to loving. Okay, fair enough. Can I hear more from you all? Voice is basically what do you all talk about, यार मतलब what is your voice all about? किसके बारे में बात करते हो आप in general? If you have to generalize yourself. That's I'm waiting for you all. Huh? There are no wrong answers. You all can just direct message on Zoom. I'm not going to reveal your names also. जल्दी जल्दी. Okay. Okay, I've gotten two more answers. Voice like a boy, tone like a boy. Okay. Someone also said respectful with trust and motivating. Okay, good enough. I'll take these answers. Hopefully, by the end of this lecture, you'll get more understanding about tone and voice as well. But I appreciate the answers. Okay, we have someone else. Okay, I love this. Okay, tone is voice is horror, or tone is deep, grim tone. Okay, makes works out, makes sense. Okay. Have a look, guys. Let's move on. Okay, let's go to the next thing that we have. Is that this is the main line of branding. If branding was a slide, right, this would be the slide. This is the slide that says what branding is. It says familiarity is equal to safety. This is the main crux. This is the founding thought. This is what branding is about. This is what branding has been. This is what marketing is. Okay. Like this, if you thought with this thought, then that's it. The only hack in marketing branding is that things should be familiar to people. Okay, why do emotional ads sell? Because emotions are familiar to people. They know that how to feel sad, they know how to feel happy, they know how to relate. Why do you think nostalgia is used in advertising? Right? दिखाते कि माँ के हाथ का खाना, ये सब because this is familiarity. ये आपको पता है, वो feeling आपको याद आ रही है. That is why you're like, okay, bro, wow, this brand is good because it made me feel nostalgic, so I'm gonna go ahead and buy from it. This is how the whole concept works. Okay. Now let's quickly try to understand what is a brand persona, what is versus what is a bio persona. Okay, so brand persona represents who the brand is. Okay, your lover, your magician, your what do you call it, innocent, everyman, jester, all of that is your brand persona. Okay, versus buyer persona. Buyer persona represents who the audience is. Okay, this person may be a jester. These all three blue people are jesters. This guy is a magician. This guy is a everyman, and this guy is innocent. Okay, so you have to go ahead and decide two personas, three personas, whatever it is you want. Maximum three, minimum one. Okay, to attract the kind of people you want. So this brand has a persona of green and blue combined. So he's going to attract these people, these four. One, two, three, four. Because these guys have a similar personality to what the brand has. Okay, that is why people are going to be interested in the brand. So you need to create a brand persona that is going to go ahead and attract your buyer personas. How? By showcasing familiarity. Familiarity is important. So this brand is both blue and green. Okay, we're assuming the blue brands are Jester and green is Innocent. So this brand is both Jester and Innocent. So it's going to attract these four people and not this red or this yellow guy. Okay. Let's go ahead and understand how do we go ahead and come up with a brand persona. How do we decide whether we want to be a jester, everyman, or what is it that we want to be? How do we decide it at the end of the day? Okay. So what we're going to do is that we're going to identify the most influential buyer personas. Okay. After that, what are we going to do is that we're going to extract the most influential traits. Okay. Identify the role they want from your brand. Now let's break down these first 3 points and try to understand them better. Okay. So they're saying identify your most influential buyer personas. The buyer personas are people who are your prospective customers who are going to be buying from your brand. Okay, so what you're doing, identify your most influential buyer personas. Okay, suppose for example, I am a brand. Let's do this with an example. It'll be more fun. Okay, let's assume I am 5 star. Okay, आप लोग मुझे बताओ 5 star कौन खरीदेगा? मैंने तो किसी भी बूढ़े को 5 स्टार खाते हुए देखा है नहीं, ओके, बिकॉज 5 स्टार कुछ ज्यादा ही मीठा चॉकलेट है. So I don't think that 5 star is eaten by anyone else who is anyone who is old. Someone's written someone with a sweet tooth. Okay. I think kids. What else? What else? Who else? Okay. So guys. Okay. Someone's written me. Fair enough. Okay. So now try to understand this. Okay. 5 star and people who eat chocolates. Okay. They're not gonna be some people who have a very like strong and dominating personality. Okay, these guys are gonna be like nice, innocent kids, right? Kids are innocent. Kids are also, masti khor. Okay, so you know that your most influential people are gonna be innocent and they're gonna be jesters. Okay, these are the two main things, and they could also be like an everyman because 5 star is an affordable chocolate. Okay, so these are the max three traits that you're going to have is that if you're creating a chocolate that is reasonable and it's very sweet, no adults are going to come in, so the serious personalities won't, but you'll get more gestures, you'll get more innocent, and you'll get more everyman. Okay, so you've already identified the most influential buyer personas. Then you go ahead and extract the most influential traits of them. Okay, like how? These are the traits. So then you will figure out the traits. Okay, what do innocent people do? They do their work, they mind their business, they talk well. What do jesters do? They do not follow the rules. They do whatever they want. Dil ki karte hai. And then you can be like, after that, what does an everyman do? What is the trait of an everyman? An everyman is someone who likes to be a part of a group, those who like to meet other people, in general be a part of society, right? So this is how brands actually work, guys, is that they figure out the most influential buying personas. Okay, they find out the influential traits, they identify the role they want from your brand. Okay, this role will determine exactly how you should approach the market and buyer persona. ओके, सो यू ऑल ऑफ दिस इज बेस्ड ऑन अजम्पशंस. ओके, हम लोग को कुछ पता नहीं है, हम लोग ब्रांड मार्केट में लाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. ओके, ये सब अंधाधुन अंदाजे पे बेस्ड होता है और रिसर्च पे बेस्ड होता है. ओके, नॉट लाइक अभी जो अंदाजा लगा वो ऐसे हवा में तीर नहीं मार रहे. जो हम लोग अंदाजा लगाते हैं वो हम लोग रिसर्च करते हैं, right? That is why in the previous lecture, if you guys remember, we did competitor research. Okay, everything comes from research. Okay, everything has to be built based on the research that you guys do. Based on that, you all do assumptions. Then देखो सब लोग आगे का हम लोग ने पर्सनालिटीज लोगों का देख लिया. ओके, फिर हम लोग अपना आर्किटाइप बना रहे हैं, जो है जेस्टर. Over the names are different. Okay, have a look. This is also interesting. I don't want you to learn it this way, but on similar lines. Pioneer, activist, architect, advocate, reformer, ruler, teacher, mentor, ally, catalyst, tastemaker, and explorer. Again, the same thing has a lot of different names. Okay, but overall, you all will see 12 different types only. These are different names for it. Okay, but in general, they are the same things that I've taught you. Sage, innocent, explorer, everyman, right? All of that is the same. Then at number 5, okay, we're defining the tone of voice and the language. Okay, so see this tone is coming after archetype. Here, you are deciding the tone. Okay, because till now you've already done everything. You're like, भाई मेरा कस्टमर पर्सोना कौन है. ओके, मेरा कस्टमर पर्सोना का ट्रेड्स क्या है. ओके, वो लोग चाहते क्या है मेरे ब्रांड से. फिर मेरा ब्रांड का क्या है भाई, आर्कीटाइप. पर्सनालिटी और ट्रेड्स क्या है ब्रांड का, और उसके बलबूते पे मैं जाके बना रहा हूँ अपना टोन ऑफ वॉइस। ओके, ये सब को मिला के मेरा ब्रांड लैंग्वेज हो गया। ओके, ये सारे वर्ड्स ओके becomes your brand language, becomes your brand voice. Okay, all of these adjectives together become your voice. Okay, it's also another word for your voice is also your word cloud. Okay, suppose for example, we have over here Jivitesh on call with us. Okay, this guy talks about football, gaming, studies, going out, exploring, talking to new people, listening to good music, listening to Bollywood music, maybe listening to even house music, listening to EDM music. Maybe he also smokes. Okay, so smoking, right? So all of these together come and form this guy's brand voice or his brand language or his word cloud. Okay, three different names for the very same thing because he speaks about so many things, right? You cannot be a person that only has one particular voice. Okay, you can have one particular tone, that is fine, but when it comes to voice, okay, voice is what you all speak about all the time, and the voice cannot be just one thing. The voice has to be multiple different things. That is what your voice is. Okay, and then you go ahead and okay, use brand tone of voice. Okay, you have the language, you have the voice, and then based on that you create a tone for yourself. Okay, tone is how you are going to impart the voice. Okay, तो suppose जिवितेश के सर में उसको लग रहा है कि मैं बहुत smart हूँ, like जिवितेश thinks bro I'm the smartest, you know, he's like my voice is all smart. Okay, but if his tone is not smart, right, then people won't think he's smart because the way he's communicating the message. Okay, suppose जिवितेश को सब कुछ आता है, legit सब कुछ आता है, but वो हकला हकला के बोलेगा तो लोग को लगेगा इसको पता नहीं है कुछ भी, right? Are you here, Jivadesh? I think you unmuted yourself. What do you have to say? He has something to say. Okay. But yeah, that is how it is, right? I mean, if you think something in your head, that does form your voice, but if your tone does not relate to your voice at the end of the day, then you are not able to create the exact image for your brand. Okay, so there are a lot of different things involved, and this is how you do voice and tone. Give your brand a personality. I will explain this to you all. Okay. Personality is a little more complicated than archetypes. Okay. Based on these archetypes, you give your brand personalities as well. Okay. That is a topic for another day. Today we're looking to do your voice, and we're looking to do your tone, and we're looking to do your storytelling framework. Okay, the next class that we have, we will try to understand brand personality better. Okay, brand personality is a little different from archetype, but it's not that important because brand personality is kind of similar to your archetype. So it's okay even if you don't understand brand personality that well, but if you get your archetype, that is still good enough. Okay. So your brand's voice, also known as a brand's tone, is crafted based on who your target audience is and is designed to make the brand feel familiar. Repetitive. Why is brand voice important? Okay, is so that you can talk to a specific target market. You have competitive awareness. It gives you a unique position, a compelling offer, a messaging framework, and a tangible framework. Okay, how do you all differentiate yourselves? Why is every human different? Because everyone's internal voice is different, right? Apart from your appearance, you all also have different thoughts. Okay, everyone has different thoughts. Even a brand has a visual appearance. Okay, that is something that we reach. We've already done one part of visual appearance, which is color. Okay, but apart from color, also, it is what is in the head of the brand. That is also what matters at the end of the day. Okay, so visual भी होता है brand में, which is your logo, your colors and all. and you also have what you think, what your brand thinks, and what it communicates. The same way all of you humans are formed, all of y'all look different, and all of y'all think different at the end of the day. And based on both of that together, y'all are forming who y'all are. Okay, so why is brand voice important is the same thing as to why is your voice important, why are your thoughts important. Okay, why brands must feel familiar? Because familiarity is equal to safety. We buy with emotion and justify with logic. Okay, you never buy with logic. Okay, your logic always tells you, bro, don't spend that money, save it for the next trip. Okay, but emotion is like, नहीं भाई छोड़ना मस्त लगेगा, I'll feel so good यार, आज बहुत बीटी हो गया, मार्क्स कम आ गए, तो मैं सोच रहा हूँ एक मैं ये खरीद लूँ या बाहर से खाना खा लूँ तो मुझे बहुत बढ़िया लगेगा। आज बहुत आई एम फीलिंग बेस्ट एंड आई वांट टू ईट फ्रॉम मैकडोनल्ड्स। मैकडोनल्ड्स खा के मूड एकदम से ठीक हो जाएगा। एंड देन यू आर लाइक, अरे खर्चा कर लिया, 700 रुपए का बिल आ गया, फिर बोलेगे यार ठीक है यार, 700 रुपए तो गए यार, खुशी तो हुई ना। सो योर जस्टिफिकेशन इज ऑलवेज गोना कम सेकंड, okay, and your emotions are gonna come first. Always remember this line. These two actually, these two are, this was the most important, but this also helps you understand branding better. Okay, I have skipped all of these slides because they are literally saying the same thing. Okay, again, can't reiterate it enough. Human brands make better connections. Brands have had to stop communicating in this one-way broadcast style and have to adapt to a conversational communication style with their consumers. Okay, back in the day, when branding was done, these brands were unapproachable. Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Bumble, whichever brand you want to speak to, they were not approachable because social media didn't exist. There were only billboards, and whatever they had was communicated through billboards to people. But now, with the advent of social media, you guys can directly DM a brand and be like, bro, what the hell, man? Where's my order, bro? What are you doing? You can do that. You can be like, if you're like talking to Bumble, be like, bro, Bumble, my premium subscription has failed. What happened? You can go ahead and speak to a brand directly. Go talk to them and be like, what is up, man? What is happening? Please help me understand better. Okay, so brands also have to change all of their communication in the last 10 years to make their communication seem more approachable towards people like you and I. Okay, your brand voice is a personal extension. As you develop your brand voice, make sure that you are also developing a brand personality and that your personality and brand voice is aligned. Okay, guys, you can't have a personality of an explorer and then your voice can be all like, bro. ठीक है ना, bro. You can't be like that. Okay. So if you're an explorer, then your voice has to be like an explorer, right? An explorer is always inquisitive because he or she wants to go to new places. Okay, so you cannot be a thakela explorer because thakela explorer nahi hota hai. There are people who like to go on vacations, chill, and get like peace. Okay, there are people who are, lot of different traits of people are there, right? But you have to have your tone and voice in sync, right? If this is a person who loves beaches, then probably this guy likes also drinking and vacationing and partying. Okay, but if you have another person who loves the mountains, right? Then this guy might love a lot of different things overall, right? This guy loves peace, quiet, the mountains. And that is how you see the personalities and everything match. Everything has to match at the end of the day. If you become a person whose voice and your personality as a brand or as a person doesn't match, then you are disregarded by society because then you break and disrupt the pattern of society. Okay, if in the chakkar of you trying to be very different, from others, if you try to disrupt the pattern between your personality and your voice, then people see you as, okay, this guy is not matching what he's saying. He's not saying what he's doing. He's not, he's acting very abrupt because bolta kuch aur hai, karta kuch aur hai. So you always need to make sure that your personality and your voice is aligned at the end of the day. Okay. All clear till now, guys? Let's have a look at examples. Then your voice tone PPT will be done. Okay, we're going to look at examples. If you all have not understood anything, I'll be happy to repeat it. Bata do. Everyone put your doubts in. If you all have it, I'll go keep my phone for charge and come. Okay, it seems like no one has an issue. We'll move on. Okay, guys, let's have a look. 10 brand personality examples. Okay, example number one is Lego. Okay, have a look over here, guys. The brand identity. Okay, what is identity? What is image? Can you all tell me? We did this in the very first lecture. बताओ guys, identity क्या होती है? Identity is what you are trying to build. Okay, and image is what people think of you. Okay, identity is what you are trying to build as a brand, and image is what people think of you. On this slide, we don't have image, we only have identity. Okay, what is your language? Your language is your voice. Okay, what is your tone of voice? That's your tone. Okay, लैंग्वेज का मतलब क्या है भाई? क्या सोचते हो, कैसे हो? ओके, और टोन इज कैसे डिलीवर करते हो. ओके, और जो नीचे है बॉटम में, कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स इज योर पर्सनालिटी ट्रेट्स. इज एवरीवन क्लियर? Identity is what kind of identity you are trying to create. Okay, what do you want people to think about you? Language is what are your thoughts. Tone of voice is how you speak. Okay, and your characteristics are your personality traits. Okay, anyone still has a doubt? Okay, have a look, guys. So logo, Legos, logo बोल रहा हूँ मैं. Legos identity is that these buggers want to be creative. Okay, they think in a very youthful manner. The tone is very fun loving. जब ये लोग बात करते हैं, ये लोग बहुत मस्ती मजे करते हैं. And their characteristics are imagination and creativity. Let's have a look at another brand. Lego's archetype is creator. Okay, Alfa Romeo archetype is lover. Okay, have a look. So their brand identity is sleek. Their language is sensual. Their tone of voice is emotive. And their characteristics are stylish and sexy. These guys are in sync with their archetype. Alfa Romeo's archetype, we've done this in class also, is lover. Okay, sensual slash lover is the archetype. Lego is creator. Okay. Understand, even though we've done the archetype, after archetype also, there is all of these things that are involved that we're trying to learn. Okay, Dove, archetype, any guesses before we get into the next slides? Can you all tell me the archetypes of Dove? The one archetype of Dove. We've done this in class. Guys, there are no wrong answers. It's okay. I don't care. Tell me, guys, take a guess. Okay, someone said hero, but that's not true. Need more guesses. Come on, guys, you all know this. Okay, let's see. We have one more response. Okay, we have two more responses. We have innocent and we have caregiver. Okay, caregiver is quite close, but the right. Okay, we have one more response. Someone said lover, but the main one is innocent. Innocent is absolutely right. Okay, that is the archetype that we have. But have a look now, guys. Now that you'll know Dove is our innocent archetype. Now have a look at the identity. Is pure. Okay, the language is simple. Okay, their tone of voice is positive, and their characteristics are purity and honesty. Okay, very in sync with the innocent archetype that these guys are looking at. Okay, have a look. These guys are saying that bhai, kala, gora, mota, patla, everyone is good. Sab change log hai. You know, that's what Dove tries to communicate. That is why this is what you all can see in front of you all. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Nike, can someone tell me the archetype? Again, I'll wait. I'll let you guys think. Come on, guys, I'm waiting for an answer. You guys know this. You all got Dove also. It took time, but you all got it, which is completely fair. You all can take time to get Nike also. Need some responses from you all. There are no wrong answers. No judgment is going to be passed. Come what may. Okay, we have one response. Let's see. We have comfortable. Okay, that's not an archetype I was looking for, but fair. I'd love for other people to answer as well. Love the contribution, guys. Keep it coming. Make it more interesting. Only if you'll get the archetypes by yourself, right? If you'll think a little, then you all will be able to understand the characteristics better. Okay, someone else has said athletic energy, and someone else has said hero. Okay, hero is absolutely right. Okay, because a hero brand is a brand that is aspirational. Okay, हीरो ब्रांड बोलता है भाई मैंने कर लिया है और आप भी कर सकते हो. Okay, so again, if I am a person who is a hero, then I would tell all the people on this call. Okay, let's name a few people from this call. You have Sneha, Palak, you have Jivitesh, you have Ayushi. Okay, so if I am a hero brand, I'm gonna tell people that hey guys, I made it, y'all can too. You know, just follow my footsteps and I will help and I will guide you. Okay, but if I'm a ruler brand, I will tell these four people, bro, I made it. You can never be on my level, you know? So, you know, don't even try. That is the difference between a hero brand and a ruler brand at the end of the day. So Nike is a hero brand telling people that you can get to this level. Here, have a look. The brand identity is efficient. The language is champion. They always hire the champions of each and every field. Cristiano Ronaldo, Roger Federer, Tiger Woods, Rafael Nadal, if I'm not wrong. I think Nadal is also Nike, right? I don't know. Let me know, guys, if you all know it. Hopefully, some of you all let me know. Okay, so you all have language as champion, tone of voice as motivational. Have a look. मतलब वो लोग ऐसे बात करें कि भाई आप हो रहे हो मोटिवेट अभी उठ के भागने के लिए. Okay, and the characteristics are brave and determined because only if a person is brave, determined, dedicated, hardworking, then only will the person go ahead and become efficient. And then if he's efficient, then he will become a champion. And if he becomes a champion, then he will motivate other people to also become a champion like him or her. Okay, now guys, this is a fun one. This is Lynx. Okay, Lynx is basically Axe. Okay, Axe deodorant. What is this gonna be? The archetype over here is interesting. Let me know. I'm gonna wait for y'all. Batao jaldi. There are no wrong answers again. So Axe as a name does not work abroad. They had to rebrand their brand. यहाँ पे अभी भी Axe बोलते हैं पर बाहर वो लोग Lynx बोलते हैं. अभी बताओ मुझे. Any guesses? Okay, we have one guess. Let's see. Okay, someone said magician. Okay, Axe के ads याद करो guys. They do absolutely nonsense in their ad. A guy puts a deo spray and you see all women running towards him. Okay, someone said lover. Someone said attractive smell. Okay, fair enough. Let's move on and I will show you all what this brand is at the end of the day. So the person who said lover is nearly right. Okay. The brand is a little bit of jester and a little bit of lover, but it is closer to lover. So 100% I will give this to you. The answer is right. Okay. Now after acts or links, okay, is a lover. Its characteristics are protective, encouraging. Okay. The brand identity is slick, the language is cool and the tone of voice is reassuring. Okay, this is very interesting, guys. This is a very, very interesting case study because the characteristics are protective slash encouraging. Okay, but the language is cool, but the tone of voice is reassuring. मतलब ये ब्रांड क्या है? ओके, तो अभी यहाँ पे थोड़ा समझने की कोशिश करते हैं. ओके कि एक्स वो मेन को टारगेट कर रहा है. ओके, लाइक जेन्युइनली दिस इज द एक्चुअल केस स्टडी ऑफ एक्स. Okay, is that irrespective of how you look, bro? Like, if you spray this Axe Deo spray, you're gonna be with a partner, you're gonna be able to attract a partner towards you, right? So these guys are buying Axe thinking that women are going to be attracted to me just because I use an Axe Deo spray. Just because I use an Axe Deo spray and I smell good. Okay, that is what they're trying to put in people's heads. Okay, so they're like, if you're smelly, this, that, or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Bro, if you get Axe, you're going to ace it. Okay, that is why the characteristics are encouraging and the tone of voice is reassuring. But the language is cool. So this is one of the very good, interesting case studies because it's a lot of mix match of things. You know, it is a lover brand, but its language is cool. Okay, but its tone of voice is reassuring. This is one of those penultimate brand case studies where you're like, bro, it's like mind-boggling if you think about it. This and Alfa Romeo, those are two of my favorite brands. Because I never imagined a car manufacturing brand to be a lover. Okay, again, I never thought of a deodorant. Maybe a deodorant brand could be a lover, but it's a lover, but it is cool. Okay, see, this is a lover, and so is Alfa Romeo a lover. Okay, these guys are stylish and sexy, and they're sensual and they're sleek and they're emotive. Okay, but these guys are the opposite. They're slick, cool, reassuring, and encouraging. Lot of different things in the same archetype. It makes you want to think how interesting branding is and how things are done. ओके गाइस, ये टॉम शूज का एग्जाम्पल हम लोग ने लिया था। और टॉम शूज अभी इंडिया में भी आ रहा है। रिसेंटली मैंने न्यूज सुना था, टॉम शूज इज कमिंग योर। ओके, वी हैड डन दिस केस स्टडी। यहाँ पे हम लोग ने बात की थी कि ये ओनर जो था वो अर्जेंटीना में घूम रहा था, उसने देखा बच्चों के पैर पे जूते नहीं है, तो वो उनको लाइक ही मेड अ ब्रांड विच ब्रांड सेज कि एक पे एक जूता बिकेगा तो एक जूता डोनेट होगा। ये हम लोग ने फर्स्ट सेकंड लेक्चर में किया था। बताओ क्या है आपकी टाइप। Tell me till then I'm gonna have my tea peacefully. I'm waiting for you guys. Take some guesses. Okay, we have two responses already. Waiting for more. Looks like not everyone remembers this brand. We only have two responses till now. Someone said helper and someone said hero. The person who said helper is absolutely right. This is a caregiver brand. Okay. So the identity is warm. Okay. Warm slash you can say loving. Okay. Characteristics are supportive and helpful. Okay. Language is caring and tone of voice is nurturing. As you can see, this is very in sync with the archetype. Okay. It's not like axe. Okay. This was something else altogether. But this is nice. It's like caregiver, and everything is related to the caregiver aspect of things. Mercedes, ultimate brand, bro. What is the archetype? Mercedes बोलता है भाई मैं आपके औकात के बाहर हूँ is what Mercedes communicates. What is the brand archetype? Okay, luxury is what someone said, and we also have someone saying ruler. Oh, that is absolutely right. This is a ruler brand. It is a luxury brand. The identity is, bro, this is ultimate. This is refined. Okay, they are successful and commanding. Language is articulate. Articulate का मतलब है they use words like opulent, a glamorous, a gargantuan is the vocabulary that a Mercedes uses. Okay, and tone of voice is authoritative, bro. I am ultimate. You listen to me. Okay, you must have noticed this that your principal in your college speaks in an authoritative manner. That, bro, I am the principal. You listen to me. Okay, this is what authoritative means. Okay, third last example that we have for today is Coca-Cola. Come on, guys. Tell me the archetype. Okay, I've gotten four responses: magician, chill, jester, and jester. Okay, so the person who said magician is absolutely right because magician is all about emotions and Coca-Cola plays with your emotions to the max. यहाँ पे लिखा भी है taste the feeling. Okay, this brand is mainly based on emotions. Okay, so characteristics optimistic, fun-loving, radiant, joyful, and enthusiastic. Again, very interesting case study of Coca-Cola also, because whenever a brand is trying to play with your emotions, they are become a magician brand. That is the same thing with Lodha Realty. Okay, they're trying to sell you the emotion of buying a home. So even Lodha becomes a magician because whenever a brand makes you feel excessive emotions, it is called a magician brand. Okay, second last example of today, IKEA. Go ahead and guess the archetype. Or guess or remember, we discussed it in class. Okay, we have two responses. I'm waiting for more. Okay, someone's written everyman, someone's written satisfaction, someone's written availability for everyone. So yes, everyman, availability for everyone is absolutely right. When the brands are talking about availability and available for everyone, they always talk about togetherness. Okay, because an everyman personality, a person who is an everyman, a person, a brand that is available for everyone, these guys always know that when you are an everyman personality, you always want to be closely knit with a community. Okay, so an everyman usually has a community or a support group always. Come what may, everyman always wants to be a part of a group, of a society, of a whole. So again, that is why the characteristics are togetherness, inclusiveness, the language is everyday, the tone of voice is easy, and the identity is bright and unpretentious, means they don't pretend, they don't act to be someone else that they are not. Okay, the very last one for today. Can you all guess what this is? Apple. What's the personality of Apple? The archetype of Apple. Someone said ruler. Someone said innovation. Do we have more guesses? Someone said luxury. Someone said creator. Okay, so the person who said creator is absolutely right. Apple as a brand is not a ruler. It's not about luxury. It is, in fact, it's like unspoken luxury. Okay, like that's why Apple is quietly confident. Okay, it's not being very cocky. Apple is not a cocky brand like your Louis Vuitton, Chanel, Mercedes. All of these guys are rulers, but Apple is not a ruler. Apple is more about minimalism. Okay, it is about being simple. That is why it's quietly confident and it's all about innovation and creativity. Even though they have an expensive product, Apple is not a ruler. Okay, Apple talks more about minimalism. It is simple and it's more based on innovation rather than being a luxury. That is what Apple is all about, guys. That's about it for this particular PPT. Okay, we have to go ahead and start the next PPT, which is the storytelling framework. Okay, but I won't bombard you directly with two PPTs back to back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a short break before we go into the next PPT, which is brand storytelling. As you guys can see, can you all see my screen where it says only 19 slides? Can you all see that?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, so it's a short PPT. I'm not here to annoy you or bombard you with a lot of information. I'm gonna go use the washroom. You all also take a quick 5 minute break and then we will come back. You're back. I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Perfect. Let's get started with the storytelling framework. Give me a second, guys. Okay, this should be over before we even begin. Awesome. Okay, guys, this is your brand storytelling PPT. Now let's understand. Now we've done archetypes. We've not done personality in detail, but we've done tone, we've done voice. Okay. Now all of that is done. Now we need to do our storytelling framework. Okay, how do we tell a story as a brand? You need to be able to communicate some kind of story to the end audience. So storytelling is a branding tool, resonate with who your audience is. That is the end goal. Okay. 6 steps to use brand storytelling in your market strategy. Okay, is what we're going to go ahead and understand. Number one is understand your audience's life. Okay, so again, in all of these PPTs, you will see a similar zone. Okay, and if the PPT is telling you how do we do brand storytelling framework, how do we do brand tone, how do we do brand voice? Okay, every PPT to a particular extent, every PPT is going to tell you something which is similar because it's a whole process, right? Everything happens back to back. It's not like you do archetype and then you leave that research and you do some other research. नो वही बलबूते पे हम लोग बिल्ड करते जाते हैं एवरीथिंग हैपेंस इन अ क्रोनोलॉजिकल ऑर्डर सो यू डू फर्स्ट मिशन विजन पर्पस गोल्स ये चार Okay. Then you move ahead and then you do your other things. Then you make your personas. Okay. Yeah. So this is understand audience's life is why is because you are creating audience personas, customer personas. After you are creating personas, then you are doing differentiation and you are doing positioning strategy. Then you go ahead and you do these archetype personality, this. So everything is happening in order only, right? You do your mission, vision, purpose, whatever you do computer research, then you make your personas, then you go into each and every segment of branding. That is why if you're going to talk about how do you go ahead and figure out your storytelling framework, everything depends on your end audience, right? So it says understand your audience's life, step into their shoes. Okay, so now we're trying to understand our audience a little better. In the other customer personas, we were trying to understand their personality traits. Okay, now also we're trying to understand our audience, but we're trying to understand the audience differently. Is that we understand their journey, we understand where they're going and what they want to accomplish. Okay, so over here on call, we have Kishore. Okay, we also have Sneha and Roshni. Okay, Kishore maybe wants to become a pilot one day. Sneha wants to work for a marketing agency, and Roshni wants to work for HDFC Bank as a marketing manager. Everyone has different goals that they want to accomplish. Okay, everyone has a different journey. As to how Roshni is doing it is different from Sneha and different from Kishore. Everyone has their own journey, they have different goals, they have different targets. So when you're trying to do a storytelling framework, you're trying to understand the audience better. And how do you understand the audience better is that you try to understand people who are these archetypes. In the previous one, in the previous PPT, you also saw that we're trying to find out people who are these archetypes. Okay, we're assuming that these are the archetypes. There are people who are going to be interested in our brand. Okay, so suppose if my brand is let's continue with a five-star example, okay, the one that we had previously. So if I'm a brand that is a five-star, okay, now I've already assumed that the people who are going to be indulging in my chocolates are kids and people who have a sweet tooth in general. Okay, so now you're trying to understand these people, you're trying to understand them better. Okay, you're trying to understand the journey of the kid. Okay, what does the kid do, bro? He has no tension, he's just chill by. He's just going to school. He's like, his journey is getting up, being woken up by mom. Okay, then he goes to school, then he comes back, and then he's enjoying and he's watching cartoons. And then he goes for tuition or she goes for tuition, and then they come back and then they go to play in the evening, and then they come back, they watch more cartoons, and they go to sleep early. Okay, that is their daily journey. Okay, where are they going towards? None of them really have any ambition as such. Their main ambitions are their extracurricular activities that their parents are putting them in. And what do they want to achieve or accomplish? They want to achieve or accomplish higher grades. Some of them want to just accomplish like fun time, chill time, networking time. So you understand your audience, you step into their shoes, You understand their daily journey, you understand their goals, you understand what these guys want to accomplishment, long-term and short-term goals, to go ahead and create a storytelling framework for them. Okay, understand their challenges. What are the issues that these guys face? These guys face issues. What now? You all tell me. Okay, I'm crowdsourcing this information from you all. What kind of issue does a kid have? Okay, who is 10 years old? इसके लाइफ में सबसे बड़ा तकलीफ क्या हो सकता है?
मम्मी ने टीवी देखने से मना कर दिया.
That is absolutely correct. What else? Think when you all were a kid, मेरे को क्या तकलीफ होती थी जब मैं बच्चा था, that मैं बस को कभी भी टाइम पे पहुंच नहीं पाता था और वो बस निकल जाती थी, फिर मेरे को फ्रस्ट्रेट हो जाता था. You have to get up, be ready for the bus and run to the bus and get in it on time or the bus leaves because the bus has to be on time. Right? That was my issue. That was my challenge as a kid. What else, guys? मेरे को एक और तकलीफ होती थी कि मैं पोकेमोन बहुत देखता था, लाइक दैट वाज अ कार्टून दैट आई लाइक. ओके, एंड पोकेमोन के सीजन्स कभी कभी नहीं होते थे, लाइक आई मीन एक सीजन खत्म हो गया, फिर वो सब लोग रिपीट टेलीकास्ट दिखाते थे. That time there was no Netflix or Hotstar where you could go ahead and pick and decide what's going to come. Whatever the network shows, you have to watch, right? So it was very frustrating not knowing what you're going to be shown. Will you be shown a new episode, or will you have to see some of the old episodes? Because there was no formal communication happening to us. Yes, someone has said Doraemon. Yeah, Doraemon's also a very good, popular, famous cartoon. Yeah, so I mean, this was an issue, right? This is an issue that kids face. But in today's day and age, what kids face, I don't know because I've not gone through those struggles. So maybe मम्मी iPad या pad पे खेलने नहीं दे रही है, या मम्मी YouTube videos देखने नहीं दे रही है. I don't know. Can you all relate? Do you all have you all had any such issues in your childhood growing up? You all can share it with me in the chat. बताओ क्या है? Someone said yes, but do share. What were the kind of issues that you all had as kids? सुबह जल्दी उठना. Every time studies. Okay. So you all are getting it. So what we try to do over here, we did this activity. Someone said watching too much phone. Okay, so your parents are not giving you enough screen time. So again, what you all are trying to understand from here, guys, is see, we're trying to form a story. Here we understood our audience, our kids. Okay, so we're stepping into their shoes and we're understanding their challenges. Okay, now we're uncovering their emotional investment. What is the feeling that they battle every day? Do they feel uncomfortable, lonely, sad, or incompetent? Okay, when you are a kid, you feel like you don't know yourself, right? You're not very comfortable with yourself, with your body, how you look, how you feel. अगर कोई मोटा है तो लोग उसका मजाक उड़ाएंगे स्कूल कॉलेज में, अरे तू तो मोटा है अबे मोटे. That is what happens in school, right? So these guys sometimes they feel incompetent. Yes. They feel unsure. Yes. These are things that these guys feel. Do they feel always happy? Yes. Do they feel rebellious? Yes. That is the emotional investment that these guys have. Like बच्चे कैसे होते हैं, भाई छोड़ना यार, चलना आगे, next. Like screw it. They forgive and forget very easily. Okay. And now again, moving on to the next thing. If they don't uncover their obstacles, what does failure look like? What's its impact? If they do overcome their obstacles, what does the path of success look like? Okay, so again, over here, what we're saying, since we're forming a storytelling framework, we're also trying to understand, okay, बच्चे को प्रॉब्लम क्या है? Okay, बच्चे का प्रॉब्लम है कि वो भाई सुबह बहुत जल्दी उसको उठना पड़ता है. Okay. Now, is this a problem that you want to take away from them? So you can show a kid. Okay. Like Faisal's actually done this ad. It's interesting that there's a kid, okay, who's chilling, skipping school, bunking school, waking up not on time, doing whatever he wants, and he still made it. Okay. This guy has still become a successful person. But what he does is that he's eating a 5 star. Okay, so what these guys have showcased that, bro, you don't have to be a dedicated student who wakes up on time and goes to school every day to become successful in life. What this brand is showing that you can become a chill student, eating a 5 star, getting up late whenever you want, doing whatever it is you want, and you can still become a successful person. So these guys understood the issue that people are facing and they try to eliminate one of the two roads. Okay. You either show that, this guy is not overcoming his failure, he's become a massive failure, or he is actually someone who's overcome the failure. So you can, as a brand, decide to take this path, this route, is that over show people in your ads, in your storytelling, that these guys have actually overcome their failure. Okay, let's take another example. LIC as a brand. Okay, when you come to this part, okay, LIC says zindagi ke saath bhi, zindagi ke baad bhi. Okay, now assume this, imagine this ad in your heads. Okay, ad number 1 में वो लोग दिखा रहे कि ये बाप था, बाप मर गया. बाप मरने के बाद फैमिली को कुछ आइडिया नहीं है, कुछ इंश्योरेंस था ही नहीं. अभी सब लोग तड़प रहे. ओके, दूसरा एग्जाम्पल है, बाप था, बाप मर गया. ओके, अभी पूरी फैमिली बहुत सुरक्षित है, सब चंगा सी, because dad had taken insurance. Okay, so that is how you eliminate the two roads. That is how you decide at the end of the day. But the research you have to do irrespective, right? You're understanding the challenges, you're stepping into their shoes, you're uncovering their emotional investment, and you are also understanding on how to illuminate the two roads. Okay. And eventually the sixth and the last point is tell the story. Now you have things in your hand, you have a ready-made weapon. This is a 5-step weapon strategy to craft your storytelling framework. Okay. Now you all know how to do the research. Okay. Now you all still don't know how to do a storytelling framework. This part, which is 6. Okay. The 6th part has 9 different subparts, which is tell the story. Now, bro, I only know how to do research. I don't know how to tell a story. Okay, so now let's understand the storytelling strategies that there are. Okay, there are 9 strategies that brands can follow. It's not necessary that they do only one. A brand can take up even 3 to 4 strategies. But these are 9 of the main storytelling strategies that you could have as a brand. Okay, number 1 is highlight what is their challenges, what is standing in the way of your audience in order to get success. Highlight what those challenges are. Okay. Number 2 is show understanding. The power of empathy will go a long way to earning that trust. Okay. And we'll come back after doing 3. We'll understand each one better. Is support their beliefs. Show alignment to their beliefs. If they feel that your beliefs and their beliefs align, they will feel a connection. Okay, now it might sound very simple, but it's not. Okay, so as you rightly said, the first one, let's take an example of a brand other than 5 star to understand these better. Let's take Kit Kat. Okay, very different, same segment. Kit Kat is not eaten by any kids. Kit Kat is only eaten by adults. Their entire branding says take a break. So Kit Kat is trying to target people of your age, people of my age, people who are elder. Okay, Kit Kat is not for school-going kids because their branding has never been for school-going kids. Kit Kat doesn't even taste very sweet. It's more like biscuity. Okay, their branding says, their tagline says, take a break. Okay, so now you highlight what the challenge is. If you're saying that you're highlighting and you're targeting working class people, their break is that the challenge is that भाई work का pressure बहुत होता है, stress बहुत है, काम का stress बहुत है. Okay, they're highlighting the challenge of people with their actual tagline saying take a break bro, काम से थोड़ा दिमाग हटाओ. Okay, so that's their highlight, their challenge. Okay. So now not necessarily KitKat is using all of these. Okay, but I'm taking the example of KitKat and showing how KitKat could implement all of these storytelling strategies. Okay. The KitKat Max might be doing 2 or 3. They might not be doing all. But this is a hypothetical scenario जो मैं बोल रहा हूँ ताकि आप लोग समझ सको. Okay, number 2 is show understanding. A power of empathy will go a long way to earning that trust. Okay, so now how do they show understanding? Is that these guys will be like, bro, I understand आपकी life इतनी मुश्किल है, हम आपके साथ साथ में खड़े हैं, we stand in support with you. This is not what KitKat does at all. But if KitKat was doing show understanding, they'd be like, हम आपकी बात समझ सकते हैं, हम आपके साथ हैं, हम आपके सपोर्ट में खड़े हैं. That is what show understanding means. Support their beliefs. Okay, support their beliefs is again very interesting. Okay, so suppose let's understand South Indians. Okay, South Indians have a different belief from North Indians. Okay, people from Mumbai have a different belief from people in Goa. People from different religions have different beliefs overall. Okay, name some beliefs to me. नई गाड़ी लेते तो पूजा करनी चाहिए इज अ बिलीफ. नई धनतेरस पे गाड़ी के ऊपर हार लगाना चाहिए इज अ बिलीफ. Over here in Mumbai, there is a belief that you should have Lord Ganesha's idol in your car. Okay. What other beliefs do you all have? Tell me some more. Sorry. Tell me, guys, I'm waiting for a few more beliefs from you all. There are literally so many in the world. What is your own personal belief, guys? Exam के पहले मंदिर जाना. क्या क्या बिलीफ रखते हो? Waiting for few responses from you all. Someone said काली बिल्ली जब पास करती है तो रुक जाना. That is absolutely right. That is a very strong belief that we have over here. और किसने ये सुना है क्या कि रात को नाखून नहीं काटते हैं? आप लोग ने सुना है ये? ये भी बिलीफ है कि संडे को बाल नहीं काटते हैं, मंडे को बाल नहीं काटते हैं, पता नहीं. ऐसे कुछ तो बिलीफ है, एक और भी है, काफी सारे बिलीफ्स है. फिर एग्जाम के पहले चीनी और ये कुछ ढाई चीनी खाते हैं. ऐसे भी बिलीफ है एक. और क्या बिलीफ्स है गाइस, बताओ मुझे. नींबू मिर्ची पे पैर नहीं रखते हैं. परफेक्ट, थैंक यू. सैटरडे रात को नाखून नहीं काटना चाहिए, ऐसा है. ओके. और क्या है, और क्या है? अमास के दिन तुलसी प्लांट के पास नहीं जाना चाहिए। ओके। चाय पीने से काले होते हैं, ये भी एक बिलीफ है इंडिया में। ओके, समझ लाइक सैटरडे को ऑयल नहीं लगाना चाहिए। But these are the beliefs, guys. You all have gotten it absolutely right. Okay, this is what the strategy means, is support the belief. Okay, so in their storytelling framework, they showcase one of your beliefs and they stand in support with it. Okay, now this is 3 done. Okay, now strategy 4, 5, 6 देखेंगे. Honor their values. Can you align your brand with their values, resilience or determination or kindness? Turn up the emotion, focus on what they fear and what they desire. Talk about the trials and tribulations and the challenges that they have gone through to draw out these emotions. And number 6 is use detail generously. You can draw in your audience by really filling in the detail when it comes to the journey, challenges, fears, emotions, and desires. Okay. Let's take a different brand now. Let's take Apple. Okay. If Apple says, okay, that honor the values. Okay, so what are your values? Your values are, okay, your values are your personality traits, guys, in general. Okay, so if you're saying honor the values, so it's the personality traits that you'll have. Okay, that is kindness, that is empathy, that is sympathy, that is creativity. It's in general a lot of different things that your values are. Your values are also what your upbringing is, the values provided to you by your parents. Okay, so when a brand stands in support with your ideas in general, that is what you mean by honor their values. Okay, the next thing is turn up the emotions. So when a brand is trying to be very emotional, getting you all to feel something absolutely crazy, if Apple was supposed to turn up the emotions, they would shoot a video ad, okay, where they showcase that a husband forgot his wife's birthday, but he was actually planning it because he was trying to gift her an iPhone because she was going through a lot, but he cares for her and he was planning things, and then you see it and then aapke aankh mein aansu aa jaye. That is what you mean by turn up the emotions. And turn up the emotions is not something that Apple does at all, but this was just a hypothetical scenario. The next one, which is honor their values, also is not something that Apple looks into, but again, it's a strategy that can be done. Okay, is that it stands in sync with people's values in general. What Apple actually does is that Apple uses detail generously. Okay, Apple tries to attract people to their shows by a lot of unnecessary detail. ओके, आपने एप्पल के लॉन्च इवेंट में देखा होगा 17 इंच रेटिना डिस्प्ले, A4M चिप, M2 C2 M4 C4, पता नहीं क्या बकवास करते रहते हैं और लोग देख के बोलते हैं ओ ब्रो क्या हो गया, दे हैव देयर लॉन्च इवेंट where they say such nonsense, किसी को समझ में आता है नहीं. Okay, no one understands shit that they say at Apple's launch event. But Apple's a company that has this launch event every year. That is actually their storytelling framework, is that they use detail generously. That is their main storytelling framework. Is that कुछ भी डिटेल का बतंगड़ बना के वो लोग लोगों को चिपका देते हैं एंड लोग सुन के बोलते हैं भाई वाह मजा आ गया. That is Apple's main storytelling strategy, which is use detail generously. Turn up the emotion is Lodha's strategy. Honor their values, if I think about it. Which brand values kindness too much? Dove, okay. Sincerity, kindness. If you say that as a value, then Dove is honor their values. Okay, support their beliefs is a very local brand that shows that they're in support with all your beliefs. Which brand does support your beliefs very well? I'm still thinking. Mountain Dew is what someone has said, but Mountain Dew is not very support your beliefs. I think HP. Okay, HP has a very good support your belief strategy. All of their ads include all of these things in general. Someone said UNICEF. UNICEF is also not wrong to a particular extent. I don't know UNICEF strategy properly. I have not analyzed it, but I know HP as a brand utilize people's beliefs in all of their ads. Cadbury, bro, Cadbury, the best brand which is support their beliefs. Okay, Cadbury and HP. Then show understanding. Again, UNICEF would be a better brand for show understanding. Okay, and highlight their challenges. I think Max Protein is a good brand if you know Max Protein, which is a brand that showcases people's challenges. So these are examples for all six of these strategies. Okay, Apple, Lodha, Dove, HP, Cadbury, UNICEF. All these brands utilize these different storytelling strategies. Okay, demonstrate transition. This is a good example over here is Gold's Gym. Okay, so understand what your customers go through, the transitions that they have gone on, put a sense of tangibility on the transformation. तो पहले ये था मोटा, अभी ये हो गया है पतला. Okay, कैसे गोल्ड जिम जाके, that is demonstrate transition. Okay, celebrate success is royal stag. Mera number one, that the person you see him in the office, हाँ भाई एकदम सक्सेसफुल बंदा हो गया है, सूट वूट पहन के बैठा है, पूरा ऑफिस सेटिंग में, दैट इज सेलिब्रेटिंग सक्सेस. योर ऑडियंस, इवन आई थिंक रजनीगंधा, मुंह में रजनीगंधा कदमों में दुनिया is also a good example for celebrating success as a storytelling framework. Yeah, really focus on the detail and what impact it'll make in their overall lives. They all want to achieve some kind of outcome. So again, you showcase a person who's already made it. Yeah, I think Royal Stag या Royal Imperial Blue के ad में भी ये बंदा है एकदम शूट वूट में, he's made it. And then गाँव में कुछ पाइप टूट गया है और ये ऐसे ऊपर करता है स्लीव्स और वो जाके पाइप ठीक करता है, एंड देन एंड में टैगलाइन आता है बी रिमेम्बर्ड फॉर गुड. So that is what you mean by celebrate success. That is a celebrate success strategy. And story sharing is something that is done by Coke a lot. Okay, so what happens is that when you do personalized storytelling, okay, like how Coke does, okay, they did this strategy where they're like, share a Coke with Kelly, share a Coke with Rebecca, share a Coke with Erin. Okay, they did this, okay, when they're getting a lot of user generated content which is personalized to the end user, that is called a story sharing strategy. Okay, now another good example of a story sharing strategy is Starbucks. Can someone tell me? Let's see if someone's like smart enough to guess. How does Starbucks do the story sharing strategy? Okay, guys, take your time. Think about it. Starbucks is the even better example than Coke. Take your time, guys. But guess, surely guess. It's something to do with the names only. Guys, have all of y'all gone to Starbucks at least once? They have this one strategy in place, okay? So Starbucks में क्या होता है is that they purposely get your name wrong. Okay, they purposely get your name wrong. Okay, suppose if my name is Suraj, they'll write Sharan. And then I'll put up on my story and I'll be like, bro, what the hell? They can't even get my name right. Or if my name is Suraj, they will write Sriraj. Okay. And they will call out order for Suraj. Okay, because they know your name is Suraj. But they will on the cup write Sriraj. Okay, so what happens is that as part of this strategy, you are laughing because they are not able to get your name right. So you will go to Instagram and you will post a story saying, Starbucks, please start getting my name right. It is not tough for a brand to get their strategy in place for getting names right. Okay, if Starbucks' reputation was getting damaged, if they were getting the names wrong, then they would have easily implemented a lot of things and put things in place. But this is a very common thing if you Google it. Starbucks getting names of people wrong. And it's done on purpose so that you all can share these stories on your own Instagram, and it makes up the entire marketing for Starbucks. They've smartly planned their entire strategy of marketing around story sharing, where they completely misspell your name so that you share that with people more at the end of the day. And again, they Starbucks is an expensive commodity. Starbucks coffee costs 400 bucks. Okay, so you're not going to think twice before storing a cup of Starbucks. Okay, you already see a lot of friends who ever go to Starbucks, bro, he'll go ahead and story the cup of Starbucks because that is महंगा coffee. Okay, तो महंगा coffee story पे डालने से पहले कोई भी दो बार सोचेगा नहीं. But this extra incentive makes Starbucks a very strong and powerful brand compared to all of its competitors. That's about it for today, guys. But before you go, I don't want you guys to just let you go directly. I actually want to see how many of you all have understood things. I'll take 5 more minutes of your time. Okay, max to max. Okay, just 5, and then you'll give me your attendance. Okay, it completely depends on y'all. I want you to participate a little bit more. Okay, we'll just talk about we'll just showcase all of these things on the screen. And I want you all to give me one brand example apart from the one that I have shared. Okay, I just want to see how much you all have understood from today's lecture. Not in tone of voice or whatever, that PPT is done, only in storytelling framework. Okay, so over to you now, guys. In highlighting their challenges, give me a brand example. Anything right, wrong is fine. I just want you guys to participate. That's it. Okay. We have Colgate all out. Okay, thank you. Perfect. That works. Next. Show understanding. There's a very amazing brand that stands in support of all animals. Name starts with P, if in case you all want that. Okay, someone got it. They said it. It's PETA, guys. PETA is the brand that I was looking for. Is there any other brand that you guys have? I don't think there are any more answers. I'll move on. Okay, support their beliefs is the next one. Let me hear from you guys. Give me a brand name. I'm just looking out for brand names to understand how well you guys have gotten this lecture. Okay. Cadbury, Bonvita. Fair enough. Let's move on. Honor their values. Okay, what do we have? Instagram. Okay. Anyone else? Fair enough. That works for me. Turn up the emotions. Let me know, guys. Turn up the emotions. Brand name. Turn up the emotion. Someone's written BMW. Not very sure about that. But someone's written Clinic Plus. That works for me. Okay. Strategy number 6, use detail generously. Which brand uses detail generously, guys? Head and shoulders. Okay. Yeah, they are detailed in their explanation. Nike, yes, extra cushioned, smart airbag, nonsense they talk. That works for me. Demonstrate transitions. Safola, okay, works for me. Celebrate success. Imperial Blue. Do we have any other? Thumbs up, Bonvita, Cadbury, Royal Challengers. Yes, Royal Challengers is good. I'm not sure Cadbury does a lot of celebration success. Sometimes they do in some ads, not all. I think Thumbs Up to a certain extent does it too. Mountain Dew, yes, they do celebrate success. Fair enough. And this is your last one, storytelling, story sharing. Okay, someone's written LIC. I don't know how, but last one, come on, guys, you all got it. Yeah, someone's written Cadbury celebrations. That does work for me. Any other brand? Okay, IKEA. IKEA maybe does it. I'm not aware of these strategies. I know Cadbury also does some personalization. I know IKEA also falls under this category. Someone else has written Policy Bazaar and LIC. Those don't work, but Surf Excel, maybe. So on this last one, I'm not so sure because I don't know the strategies of IKEA when it comes to story sharing. I don't know the Surf Excel strategies, but again, a very important notice over here is that whenever a brand tries to personalize things with your name, or when it incentivizes you to repost their content in order to get something, okay, that is what your story sharing is. Okay, now it might be IKEA, it might be Surf Excel, it might be Tide, it might be many of these brands. But again, mainly the main thing is to get users to generate content on themselves for you as a brand. Okay, a lot of brands do giveaways. Okay, whenever they do a giveaway, that is called story sharing strategy. Okay, when you instead of the giveaway, you have to do something in return for the brand. That is called story sharing. So a lot of brands do online giveaways. For 2Yum, also we were doing a lot of story sharing back in the day when we were giving away an iPhone 11 some 3-4 years back. 3-4 years ज़्यादा हो गया, I think 2 3 3 years back maybe. Yeah. So again, that is what the concept of story sharing is. On that note, guys, thank you for attending today's lecture. We are done with story sharing. We are done with tone and voice. I'm going to keep the call open for 5 minutes. Please mark your attendance in that much time. Thank you for coming. Have a great weekend, guys. I will see you all next week. You all can leave as soon as you all mark your attendance.